Okay, for those of you that saw the last video of the emergency landing, um, some of you may be wondering what happened shortly thereafter, and some of you may be wondering what's happening next. So let's talk about it. So if you guys are new to the channel and new to the situation that I'm talking about, go back to this video and the card right here. Watch that. It's about an 8-minute video, and then come back and meet me at this video, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Shortly after landing, after I've had a chance to kind of chill out and cool off for a minute, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if is it reportable to the FAA? Should I report it? Should I not report it? What happens next? And I didn't really know. Never been there before. Made a phone call to a friend of mine, and I just asked, well, what do I do next? And he said, well, let me make a phone call and we'll figure it out. So he makes a phone call to someone that we know from the local FAA FSDO, and they make a phone call to someone that they know at the NTSB, and it was relayed back to me to call the FAA Regional Operations Center, which we did. Very nice, very helpful. That person had a conference call with them, myself, a representative from the local FSDO, and someone from the NTSB. They took a statement over the phone. They asked for some pictures of the airplane, verified that no one was injured and there was no other property damage. And there was a determination made that no investigation was necessary. The damage was minimal to the aircraft, or what they deemed minimal, and that no investigation was necessary. We were free to move the airplane as we wished. Now, of course, the airplane wasn't flyable in the condition that it was in, so I contacted a company that would come basically remove the wings, load it up on a trailer, and bring it back to our hangar to just at least get it out of the field that it was sitting in, and we could go from there, which we've done. And the insurance, we meet with the insurance agent within the next few days. I'm sorry, not the agent, but the adjuster within the next few days. And we'll get that claims process underway, started, and we'll see where it goes from there. However, the damage was as bad as it looks, with wings taken off, laying on the floor. The damage is actually relatively minimal. It wasn't as simple as, you can do what you want to with the airplane as of Saturday afternoon. The transportation company couldn't come out to move the aircraft until Monday morning, and we were in the middle of that when we received a phone call from the FAA at the local FSDO that says, we're coming out to do an investigation. Okay, well, that's fine. Well, I got somebody here that's just about to take the wings off because we were notified on Saturday afternoon that we could. To which we were told he had not been notified of that, and we could not remove the airplane from the field until he gets there and makes his assessment, and we go from there. So he did. We waited on he and another representative from the FAA to get there. They looked everything over, very quickly determined that no fault of mine, no property damage to anything other than our own aircraft, and that we were, in fact, able to move the aircraft to a more secure location. Through all this, I want to say the FAA gets a lot of flack. They get a lot of static. And in my experience, I can't say anything negative about the FAA, the NTSB, anything that transpired in that. It was all everybody was very concerned. They were very helpful. They were very professional. They were very polite. And in fact, I've probably made some acquaintances or friends out of this scenario. They get a lot of abuse, I'm sure, from a lot of people. And in fact, I think when they first showed up on scene, they were a little cold because I don't think they know how they're going to get treated. But there was no reason for me to treat them poorly or negatively. So I didn't. And once they figured out I was not going to be standoffish or hateful to them, they opened up. And in fact, they stayed around for quite a little bit afterwards, just shooting the breeze, just talking aviation. Fast forward through all that, the FAA was in the NTSB. They were perfectly professional. I have zero negative things to say about my experience with them, and I appreciate them for all that they do. That brings us to how badly damaged is the airplane? What does it need? Surprisingly, it's not that damaged. It's got the wings taken off, which will have to be put back on. It's going to have a new windscreen, of course, because it's gone. The wing root fairings are going to have to be replaced, and it'll need 2 new doors. And really, that's all. No, I take that back. There is, on the pilot side flapper there's a little tiny nick in the fabric that will have to be patched. And then there'll have to be some touch-up paint. Other than that, the old girl held up really well. And thankfully, none of that glass that blew outward damaged the tail or any of the other fuselage or empennage areas. So it really is, as bad as it looks, it's pretty minimal. You guys have commented about how calm I looked during the whole scenario. But I got to give props to my wife, Karina. She was an absolute rock star. If she would have freaked out, that adds more to my workload. And she had ice water in her veins, man. I mean, she was just as calm as she could be. Everything I tried to relay to her that we were going to do, it was like, okay, let's do it. So no freaking out on her part. She was absolutely a rock star, great co-pilot. Stepped into the role of crew resource management without even knowing it, and took a lot of the workload and stress off of me, and I can't thank her enough for that. We'll put it back together. We'll be good as new and be in the air hopefully by the good fall flying season. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Like the video if you did, and hopefully this is worthy of a subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. I appreciate you guys following along. Appreciate all your kind comments. Y'all have a blessed day. See ya.